Welcome back to another episode of the OKC Redcast. I'm Tyler Vaughn.
And I'm Allan Langston, and we're here to bring you a 9 games unbeaten perspective on Manchester United.
I hear a kid crying in the background, so that's
I think
that's
my
all
daughter's going for
about
a
that take. 9 games unbeaten. Love to see it. We'll get into that in a minute, but we are joined by returning guest and everyone's favorite Skinny Slims high fiver. It's Tim Chicoraske. Tim, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Everyone's favorite.
Angel. A
Angel
special
showed
guest
up.
just appeared, everyone. By God, that's Angel Rivera's music. Not to trump you there, Tim, but Angel just jumped on. Angel, it's been a while. Everyone's
More kids.
the president of the Marion Flaney fan club, Angel Rivera, everyone. Angel, how's it going?
Good. Whole family's sick, but it's
Good.
okay.
It's sick. Alan's dealing with that too, it sounds like. I'm healthy. I think Tim's healthy.
Yeah, I'm good.
No kids at our houses, though, so that's probably why.
The 2 dads are sick. The non-dads.
That's what you signed up for. Well, Angel,
I know.
Angel, I haven't talked to you in a while, man. How's things other than having a sick household?
Good. Working, kids, watching United win again is nice. I feel Katie has started realizing that my entire week's moods are affected by United games. So she'll send me stories when they win games saying how suddenly I'm really nice to her and letting her go do stuff. And then when we lose, she's just like, why are you so distant?
So how did you two ever get together then? Because you got together during the United's worst ever period, so you should have just been miserable to be around, right?
I faked it.
Oh. Now that you're married, you don't have to anymore.
Yeah, once I got that ring on, she is part of the misery now.
The real you came out. Got it.
It's actually downhill once the ring goes on. For both parties.
Well, what's the match day viewing experience like for you, Angel, with kids now?
On my phone. I've got a 80-inch TV that plays Bluey most of the day, or Minions.
He's just in the bathroom watching the game.
Yeah, no, like I'll watch them and watch the game, and sometimes Kevin thinks it's hilarious to grab my phone and take off running, and I'm just like, all right, I'll just listen. It's a struggle.
Love that for you. Love that. Alan,
Actually, that happens a lot at Skinny's too, right, Tyler?
What's that?
People just grab people's phones and just run away while the TV's trying to get back on the Wi-Fi at Skinny's.
Yeah, whenever
it's pretty
buffering.
It's pretty
We don't have
accurate.
that problem anymore. Those days are over. I don't know if you've been around in a while, but that don't happen anymore. They figured it out finally.
The last couple of times I went there, we were jumping on our phones at least for a second.
Yeah, it's been good this season for the most part because I think Tim figured it out. He got onto him and he IT'd the shit out of that.
Way to go, Tim.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, Sarah's there to listen. She's good on receiving feedback and actioning stuff, so it's been great.
It took 3 years of just pressuring her into upgrading the internet, right? Is that all it was?
Maybe. I mean, I spent a long time on Tyler, and then that never happened, so...
That was never going to happen. No, you're right. Sarah's, she's all about it. She gets things done. Well, fellas, let's not waste any more time with the pleasantries. Let's talk about Manchester United. So since the last recording of this podcast, which was right after the City and Arsenal wins, we've gone on to beat Fulham 3-2. Almost blew it against West Ham. Almost blew it against Fulham. Beat 10-man Spurs, and then, what am I forgetting? And then drew 1-1 with West Ham. Man, rough from memory there. I don't know, Alan. How are you feeling about United as of late? We were riding pretty high last time. How do you feel after the last 3 results?
I mean, I think it's a good sign when you don't play that well and you still get a result like Fulham. You know, I thought the first half was pretty good. Fulham played a lot better in the second half. We had that 10-minute spell at the end of the game, just wasn't quite on it, especially when we took Casemiro off. And so they got back into it, but the response was good. You know, it's a good sign that you have a manager making positive subs, and the subs win you the game. And then against Tottenham, I thought we played well. Obviously, being up a man helps a lot. And then West Ham, I mean, I don't know why. I had a weird feeling going into that game the whole time leading up to it. I just was like, man, if we pull out a win here, I'd be really impressed because they're just a team on form. I think Nuno's figured some stuff out with them, and they're just playing a lot better. And I don't think they're going to get relegated. So to go there and win a fifth in a row was always going to be tough. And the fact that we didn't play great, they played really defensive and a low block, and we eventually were able to at least find an equalizer. I was pretty happy with, I wasn't thrilled with the overall performance by any stretch, but to at least walk out with a point, I was happy with. And like we said at the beginning, it's 9 games unbeaten, and since Carrick's taken over, it's 4 wins out of 5.
Yeah. Tim, are you happy with 14 out of 15 available points under Michael Carrick?
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's doing great.
Yeah? Give him the job now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, definitely. No, we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the season goes. But I know I'm sure if they finish top 4 and you definitely got to consider him for the job. And I don't know if he's vibing well with the upper management and stuff, and they're playing well. I don't see any reason to go get someone else because I think he loves the club. I think he's a super smart tactical person, and he's obviously getting what he needs to out of the players. So, which Ruben Amorim didn't even close to get. I always think about what if Ten Hag had Mbumo and Cunha on the team,
Yeah.
You'll
never know.
I know, but it's those crazy good players and the mod playing well. So
yeah.
But yeah.
What if Carrick never left, Tim? What about that? What if Carrick just never left, and right after Solskjaer, Carrick came in, and we just never lost a game again?
That would be nice, but I think Carrick needed to go on that journey and go somewhere else for a bit, coach for a bit, find his probably rhythm or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Right.
Get fired a couple times or whatever it was, and
get fired
just once.
I think so. Yeah.
Get his heart broken. Okay.
Angel's furiously researching. Angel, what do you think, man? Are you impressed with the Michael Carrick era?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I was Googling where he coached last.
Middlesbrough. Yeah, he failed to get them promoted. I think they just missed out on the playoff spot, and they let him go.
I would say they still did a lot better with him than without him. Wasn't that a whole thing? They were on the up and up and just missed out.
Yeah, he was doing well. It just
and then he flatlined after that.
Yeah, they plateaued a bit and missed out on promotion, and they said, "That's enough. You're done." Which I don't know. I don't know if he was overachieving with that squad. I have no idea what the roster was looking like what they were.
I don't think they backed him as much as he would have liked, but I could be wrong.
Well,
but I feel like
they
that's
never
what
do.
I heard. He came from Manchester United and then probably had $200,000 as a transfer budget to work with at Middlesbrough, so it's kind of tough to get transfers then.
He just threatened to suit up himself every game. He was like, "All right, enough of it. I'll play." Idiot.
His transfer options are Ronaldo, Vinicius. He was like, "Why can't we get these guys?"
Well,
no.
Go ahead.
No, I think there's a thing with the Premier League in terms of how they choose managers for these teams that always frustrates me. It's you pick managers that introduce entire new systems, but we also live in a Premier League where you have half a season to prove yourself right. I think United has given managers a lot more time than other teams have. And I don't know. I'm interested in y'all's opinions about why things changed so much right after Amorim left.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Am I lagging?
No, you're good.
Okay. It says I'm buffering here. I think we've talked about a few times that, or at least it seems to be the common opinion is that Michael Carrick just gets the club, and the players respect him for whatever reason. The fact that he is a quote unquote club legend, and he's on the walls at Carrington, and I think the fact that he's won it all really that speaks volumes, and the players are willing to run through a wall with him. I think
the formation change, right?
I think the formation's definitely changed. That goes without saying, and the fact that they're just playing with more freedom, and it seems like there's he lets them go free, and there's more fluidity and all those sorts of things. Yeah, I can't. I mean, it's amazing now that it seems like someone's always open. Someone's always moving. I'm not yelling anymore. Like show for the ball. What's going on here? Like I feel like that's not happening anymore. Guys are constantly on the move. It just seems like there's a different level of energy. And yeah, the formation is part of that, but I feel like there's just a kind of a new. I mean, Tim said it. The vibes are better.
Vibes are good. I feel like they're talking to each other and they like know or communicating. Right. I felt like the whole time under Amram, no one knew what they were doing. Like they knew what they were supposed to do, but they didn't know what the other person was supposed to be doing. And passes would be 5 yards off, and it just. And now it's good playing in the positions they're best at, I guess, and maybe that's just Carrick identifying that and doing that and playing with what he's got.
Definitely something to that. Angel, what do you think?
Yeah, I have a hard time understanding how Amram was ever going to be successful as United. It wasn't just the way he brought out teams and the decisions that he made. There was times even where games wouldn't be going well, and the substitutions that he made, to me, made less sense than his original formation.
Terrible
and it's
subs.
like
consistently terrible subs throughout his year.
And he was I think that's something like with Sir Alex Ferguson, right? Where he would make changes to make games work for him. And now we've had these coaches that are so strict about what they want that it's almost like they're willing to lose games just to try to get a system that works for them. And I think Amram and even, it's just crazy to me seeing that happen, right? You know the changes that need to be made and they just refuse to make them. You drive away. I mean, can you imagine if we had lost Menu? Like if he had left? Just a generational talent, and we just let him go because he just happens to not fit this system.
Yeah, if we kept Aaron, that's what would have happened. But you're spot on though about the subs being key to that. I mean, because I think before Michael Carrick, a substitute hadn't scored all season, and now I think it's 4 or 5 goals since Carrick took over that we've had a sub score, which is just insane to me that Amram never got a sub on to actually impact the game through goal scoring. But I don't know. I maintain that I think that I'm not 100% sold yet. I feel like these last 3 games have kind of showed us closer to what the bar is, and West Ham being a perfect example of a very average opponent, tough away game, and coming out with a draw and not looking very good, to be honest. We probably should have won that game, but we weren't dominant by any means, and we're lucky to get a point. Spurs, never really know how that game would go because we were up a man almost the entire time. And then Fulham, I mean, they're a solid team, but, we probably should be beating them a little more comfortably than 3-2 and leaving it late. So I don't know. I mean, time will tell, but I'm still not 100%. Like, I'm not one of the people saying give him a contract right now by any means. I think we need to see a little bit more.
But I think
he's top 4 for sure, and then we can talk about that.
I think he's on the right track.
Doing this, like with Fulham, like winning last minute, and then tying West Ham at the last minute. Like I felt like we haven't done much of that in a while.
Yeah,
I feel like we're getting some positive results out of something. Yeah. We dug a hole or whatever. Weren't playing as well, or but we got a result, and I feel like we haven't been doing that at all.
That's fair. Yeah,
in the last few years.
Not giving up, that's for sure. It doesn't seem like the game's over whenever we concede. My biggest concern though is like I still feel like we don't know how to break a team down who sits back. So when teams go at us, keep the ball a bit, leave spaces in behind, we can counterattack. That's kind of where we're best, obviously. But West Ham sat back, dug deep. They have like 1 shot on goal, maybe nothing. I mean, like that was it, the 1 goal they had. So we still can't find a way to break teams down in the final third unless for the balls, we're counterattacking, it's free flowing. We don't have that little bit of quality in the final third to get it done. So
I mean, us missing Dorgu was, I feel like, a big part of that too.
Yeah, we weren't stretching them wide enough.
Very key on breaking down the left side.
Chesko's coming in this new formation, and we're subbing him, and he's looking great when we do sub him. At some point, maybe do you give him the nod to start, see how he can do for the start of a game instead of coming in and try to save us at the end?
Yeah, I think he's played himself into the starting lineup.
He to start now. I mean, he's scored 3-4 goals in the past month or so.
He's played his way into the lineup, right?
The last goal against West Ham was incredible. I mean, it made it look so easy. But Carrick hasn't really been changing things up other than through injury. So does Sheshko get to start ahead of Cunha now? Ahead of,
And that's the tough thing, right? You got, which is a good thing to have now.
Sure.
A lot of quality players and trying to pick who you're playing there. I think I would. I would let Shishko get a moment to start, see how Kuna does coming off the bench.
which he did against Arsenal, right? And he was great with that. Yeah, I can't restart over him that game. It was Dorgu, Bruno, and Buma. That's what it was. But yeah, I don't know. Are we good with the starting lineup though? I mean, I feel like it's been pretty good. I mean, obviously we're getting results with it, but anybody you'd like to see in there, Tim, that hasn't been getting much playing time lately?
I want them to sub on Shea Lacey. I don't know why he hasn't been on the bench, because it would have been nice to have him in the last game to sub on for Ahmad.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of attacking guys coming off the bench. You're right about that. And you'll always wonder if he'd scored on his debut, you know, what might have happened if he was guaranteed a starting spot, or at least not a starting spot, but a spot on the squad.
Yeah. Because he always, you know, showed flashes of just random shots and stuff. That was always nice. And is Mount still hurt?
Yeah, Mount's still hurt, but I think they said he might be back for the Everton game.
What about Euro?
What about Euro?
He played.
Lenny Euro, he played. Did he play the last game?
He came on. Yeah, he was great. He did a couple of crucial because Maguire went off hurt, so Euro came on in the last whatever it was, 15, 20 minutes.
Okay,
so had a couple of big moments to.
That's the best he's played in a while.
Yeah, I mean Euro, which I am worried about the likes of him and Aiden Heaven not getting games anymore, but didn't seem to affect Euro at all. I know he's still young and will make mistakes from time to time, but he came on and was brilliant. And if Maguire's still out for a bit, then I'm perfectly fine with Lenny Euro subbing in, assuming that Mateus de Ligt's not ready to go, which doesn't sound like he's going to be back for a little bit still. With what I saw earlier was a back injury. Finally, they said something, or somebody said something about what that is. So
Maguire?
No, de Ligt.
De Ligt.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's been out since like November. He's missed. I don't even know how many games.
Forgot about him.
3 months, I think.
Yeah.
He's taking the German holiday when the German league doesn't play for a month.
We could. He was one of our better players for sure up until him getting injured. But having four at the back, I think, has definitely helped stabilize things in terms of guys knowing where to be and us not having to rely much on the younger guys. Because as much as I like Aiden Heaven and Lenny Euro, probably not ideal to have them starting every game like they were for a bit there. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would imagine de Ligt.
He's been gone for a minute, huh?
He disappeared and he came back, and I don't know if he's just here in spirit or something.
R.I.P. Allan. We'll get you on the next one. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, Tim mentioned Mainu, or no, Angel mentioned Mainu being
unleashed.
Yeah, being unleashed finally. Yeah. Jose Martinez, he's been incredible too, stepping in. One guy that the Amram definitely met part of his system because he just makes it easier on everybody. Solid at the back, can find a killer pass. I think Tim and I were talking about this at Skinny's, but he always finds that pass to kind of break the lines.
Everyone knows he's going to do the pass right at the line, and he just does it every time.
It's brilliant. No one can stop it, and it just makes it easier on everybody because we can get the attack going so much sooner because he's already thinking to go forward there. But yeah, after these 5 games, I think we were still in 4th, but we're with 12 games to go. We're in 4th on 45 points, 1 above Chelsea, 3 above Liverpool, and then 5 off of Villa, who are in 2nd. So, can anybody see Allan? I don't see Allan.
I see him buffering. I kind of
believe in Allan. I don't see him now.
He texted me and said he's there, but it's not showing that he's here on our end. So I don't know.
It's okay. I remember my first time using a computer.
Well, do we feel? I mean, I feel like there was a lot of talk about title charge, tongue in cheek being on. Do we think being 5 off Villa? I guess they're in 3rd now. Yeah, they're in 3rd. Yeah. Do we think we can realistically get 3rd? Is that possible? Or are we going to be comfortable 4th or 5th? Is that all we can hope for?
I think we can get 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if we keep getting, results every game, then I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to.
Never lose. It's easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy, right?
Whenever I walked into Skinny's last week, I knew we were going to blow it because Matt Crane, who's a West Ham fan, was outside, and he was like, I was like, how's it going? He's like, I'm just here to see West Ham lose. And I was like, yeah, we're never losing again. Yeah, we're the best or whatever. Like, talking that trash. And, of course, we go out there and almost lay an egg, but, I mean, we got the point, so we'll take it. Yeah, circling back, Michael Carrick, Premier League Manager of the Month, which is good stuff. He's doing exactly what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did.
Yeah, same thing. Last minute winners, Manager of the Month. I'm just like, oh, here comes the March debacle. Then.
And I believe Michael Carrick was on Ollie's staff at that time, too, which is funny. So, I like what I'm seeing, though. I think the players are having more fun. It's definitely more fun to watch, which is always just big for me. At the end of the day, I mean, I can handle not winning all the time. At least, I don't want to lose all the time like we were, but as long as the games are entertaining and give me something to watch and enjoy for the most part, then, I think that's fun. And I don't know. And looking at other coaching options, I mean, Thomas Tuchel just extended his contract with England, so he's off the table. Sounds like Carlo Ancelotti is going to do the same with Brazil. So the managerial pool has only gotten smaller, which only helps Michael Carrick's chances. Although I have a sneaky feeling that Pochettino or Eddie Howe are going to be getting a serious look in the summer. I guess depending on what Pochettino does with the USA in the World Cup. I don't know. Tim, you haven't been on to talk about the coaching carousel. What do you think? And if Carrick doesn't get the job, what are you thinking?
Oh, if he doesn't get I don't know, because I feel like it's so hard because right now, since we have Wilcox and this whole structure now, which I like a lot, it'll be hard to have someone take on a lesser role as head coach, and Pochettino might be down for that, but I don't know. I feel like it needs to be not like a yes man, but someone who's vibing and working well with those other people in the backroom staff is and that's why I was just I hope Carrick is just, they're fist bumping in the hallway and just geeking out about transfers and looking at the same players and that sort of stuff and
vibes. You're a vibes guy, man.
Yeah. If the vibes are good with them, and I feel like that's more important than getting top four, right? If they're playing well and that's working, because I feel like the squad's doing well, but we have a bunch of injuries. I still feel like there's places that can be improved upon. So I don't know. And I haven't even looked at what other managers are available. So
yeah. Well, I mean, I think take your pick between the likes of Eddie Howe or De Zerbi or Glasner or Areola. There's quite a few guys with Premier League experience that'll probably get at least an interview come the summer. But no, let's just finish second or third and not worry about it.
Yeah.
But what I've been impressed with, and I saw this stat the other day, and I think it's still current, that United are first in the head-to-head table among the top 6 this season with 12 points. And that's
I don't remember the last time that was something we had.
I think Villa are also on 12 points, but with a lesser goal differential. So, I mean, it's incredible to think that if we just had taken care of business against some of these lesser sides, where we'd be at right now, possibly in contention for the title. But hopefully, I don't know. I mean, I think we're going to look back regardless and think what could have been, but it is what it is. I guess if we, I guess at the very least, we've got to figure it out now. Because if we had Amarin, then we probably wouldn't even be talking about this right now, and we'd be, in 8th or whatever it was we were about to be in. But Allan's still having trouble. Anybody else see him?
Nope.
He says he's in here. I just see the little dots.
Same.
Poor Allan. On another stat I saw, we have one Premier League loss this season with Harry Maguire in the starting lineup, which is only 9 games, but still, how crucial has he been? And he's going to be out of contract in the summer. I think I saw that they're trying to get him to renew at a lesser deal. Angel, would you take Harry Maguire back for another few years?
He's so consistent when he's healthy, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the season's been one of the first seasons where he's just been generally unhealthy the whole season. But I mean, he's so consistent when he's in there. He's also proven me wrong so many times that I don't feel like I can go against him anymore.
No,
It's just one of those guys that keeps proving everybody wrong over and over again.
since he lost the captaincy, he's kind of shut everybody up. I mean, we think everyone was ready to get rid of him when he was wearing the armband, and they took that weight off of him. And Allan's trying to get on again.
Who do you guys feel replaces Casemiro as a regular starter in his position?
Gonna have to buy, right? Gonna have to buy somebody. Elliot Anderson is probably near the top of that list from Forest. I mean, they keep talking about Baleba, but I'm not sure he's like replacement. There's a good chance, though, we got to replace Bruno and Casemiro, which is going to be. I mean,
they got to go all in for Bruno. I don't want to lose Bruno.
No, we're going to lose Bruno to like someone like Bayern Munich, aren't we? Someone he's gonna go there and just tear it up and win a bunch of trophies. I don't know. I feel like they were so close to losing him last summer, and Amorim kind of helped him, kept him on the team. And with Amorim gone, I wonder. I mean, hopefully Michael Carrick, understands the value and all those.
I mean, if we start guaranteeing Champions League again, guaranteeing to pay him more, I think he could stay. I think he was just as dejected as anybody would be with the way the season was going.
Yeah.
Just no change in formation, just bad decision making. At being, top 4 finishing on a high, being guaranteed Champions League, that changes guys' decision. And we know because we've had players tell us before, after they've come or not come, that was a major part of their decision making.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We also have a ownership. What is it, like a minority ownership that's also responsible for all the club operations that seems to be a little cheaper. So.
Well, they're you talking about Ineos? Yeah, I mean they've definitely cut costs just about everywhere they could, but they would argue that the club was bloated and needed to trim some fat in order to get things healthier financially. But I don't know. It's just going to be hard to replace him regardless. He's got 78 chances created this year, which is more than anybody else in the top 5 leagues in Europe. He just still continues, and that's playing half a season in a deeper role out of his preferred position. He's just incredible. You can't replace him. What is he, 31, 32?
So he's right there, right? That perennial last major contract.
One more decent contract. I'd give it to him just based on what he's done for us alone, and I still think he's got it. He's got it. I mean, he's a guy who doesn't rely on his speed or physicality to really get things done.
Mm-hmm.
He's just smarter, quicker than everyone. Thinks faster. He's just got more tools in the bag than. I mean, I love him, so I'd give him a contract and let him pay him whatever he wants. If we're gonna be completely honest, I'd do it. I love Bruno.
Yeah.
But let's see, where are we at now? I'm still kind of waiting on Allan to get in here. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Man, I feel bad for the guy. Well, you were talking about Ineos, and I don't know if you guys saw. I'm sure you did. I know Tim did because we talked about it a little bit. But recently, Sir Jim Ratcliffe was doing an interview with Sky Sports, I believe, and made some comments. I think the phrasing he used was that the UK was being colonized by immigrants, which did not go over well with almost anybody, I feel like. And then he issued a kind of a half-hearted apology, which was basically like saying, I'm sorry if you were offended. And supposedly apologized to the Glazers because, they of course, disagree with him. Of course, of all people, they'd be mad about that. But I guess more than anything, the sponsorship would be their biggest concern because there might be some sponsors that are a little nervous by comments like that. But I don't know. Tim, what do you think? You want Sir Jim to sell? You want
Oh, do I want him out because of that?
Yeah.
Oh,
that on top of all the other things that they've done with raising ticket prices and
he's just another billionaire. He's just, if it's not him, it's someone else, and they're going to blame everyone else for them being rich. So I don't know. I guess he redacted it, so that's fine. But I think the Glazers are just as probably evil and billionaire as Ratcliffe. So
Yeah, and they've had 20 plus years of being able to ruin the club. He's only been there for a couple, so I guess he gets more time. As gross as his comments were, and Allan, yeah, he sent me a screenshot here saying that he's on, but you guys don't see him. Man, weird. Sorry, Allan. I don't know. I'm sorry, buddy. Well, Angel, what do you think? Are you Ineos out since they're pinching pennies throughout the club, and now Sir Jim has let it be known that he's got problems with immigrants?
I don't really care about the immigrant stuff. I mean, what are our other options here, right? We get Saudi interests that is very anti-human rights. Glazer family, they don't have the best track record, right? In the U.S., everybody hates the Glazers, right? They were cheaping out, screwing people over, letting people go from jobs. They do real estate, which, there's always going to be a problem with ownership. It could have been much worse. For him to say he doesn't like immigrants, I mean, I think people that understand what's been going on in the UK for the last 5 to 10 years would understand where that sentiment is coming from. There's just a lot of very anti-immigration. They left the EU for the same sort of reasons. As long as they're investing in the club, right, which I haven't seen, like they've reduced costs, but
they put a bunch of money into Carrington, so that's something. They renovated the training facility.
They're pushing this new stadium.
They spent a fair amount in the transfer market. I mean, nothing, like what we were doing prior to them joining, but yeah, they've definitely they let go a lot of staff. They've raised ticket prices. They've moved season ticket holders around in favor of more hospitality seating. They've done a lot of things to really upset the match-going fans. But I think you're right. You're right about it. And Tim was on point with it too. That billionaires in general are just you can't win with them. They're gonna do what they think is. They live in a different world than the rest of us, I guess, and they're gonna do whatever they want to do. And I guess we could be state-run, we could be Saudi or Qatari.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, of course.
I'm disappointed.
We are. I think we all are. Yeah. I'm glad he apologized, but he clearly had to be told to apologize. It wasn't something like he, misspoke or.
I mean, he did it pretty quick too. So I mean, at least someone's.
That's true. That's true.
Yammering at him. It's not like it was 3 weeks later and he apologized half-heartedly. So
he should do what the Glazers do. He should be doing what the Glazers do and just hide. Like, you never see the Glazers. No idea what's going on with them. They never do interviews. They're barely at games.
Yeah.
I mean, just go hide away and don't talk to anybody, and no one will say anything other than you guys suck for whatever reason. You guys suck, but they can't accuse you of being racist or anything if you just hide out. Well, Allan said he was going to just text, but he hadn't sent me anything, so I guess he agrees with Sir Jim Ratcliffe if he's not speaking up. He's not sending.
Has he tried logging in on his phone?
I don't know. Allan, did you try on your phone, buddy? Maybe that'll work.
Get it together, Allan.
He said he didn't. It didn't work either. Man. I mean, you don't have to approve him or anything. Because he's muted and I can't unmute him. Oh, he's unmuted. Can you hear me, Allan? Can you hear us? No.
I can hear y'all.
I mean, he can hear us, but I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can hear you all
Jim should
day.
keep his mouth shut. So there's a vital contribution from Allan.
Yeah.
Defending his honor. Well, I hate to move into the meme talk because I know Allan would have liked to have gotten into that. Maybe we'll save that for next time. Well, no, he can just give us his answer here. So I don't know if you guys got to see it, but I threw on the notes a meme that's been making the rounds this week about who stands in order for Bruno to sit. So the players sitting down are Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Paul Scholes, Kevin De Bruyne, and David Silva. And so who of those five, Angel, would you say needs to get up in order for Bruno to sit and take their place?
Give me the names again.
Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, De Bruyne, Silva. And that's David Silva.
David Silva. I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not even much of a.
Yeah. That was kind of my thought too. He was brilliant though. I mean, what did he win, like 4 titles or something during an era they probably
Yeah, his team won 4 titles.
Yeah, but he was a big part of that. I'd almost argue that like Yaya Toure was more influential in the midfield than he was during that time, but
Fair.
I don't know. Tim, I know you weren't tuned into the Premier League as much back in the day, so your recollection of Gerrard
I
and
didn't
Lampard
watch
might be.
too many of those guys play, so I can't really like comment. But I mean, Bruno's got to win some trophies, right? More or less.
He's got a League Cup and he's got an FA Cup.
Carabao?
Yeah, that's right. So
like a Premier League or
Steven Gerrard never won the Premier League.
oh,
Infamously, never won it.
Classic.
Yeah,
Best thing ever.
everybody else.
Well,
Paul Scholes by far.
win the Premier League, and that's it right there.
Yep. I like what you're doing there. Get the Liverpool guy out of there. Gerrard, you're out. Allan,
Win the Champions League
via text. And Gerrard did win a Champions League and an FA Cup and a League Cup, I think. So he got a few accolades as well. Just never got the Premiership, which was hilarious, and I'll love that forever. That he could have had one and blew it. But I digress. Allan is going to weigh in on this. I think he says Lampard out, just short and sweet. Okay, so we all kind of went different directions. Well, I think no one said Scholes, which is great. I would have had to cancel this thing if someone said Scholes, and then we had De Bruyne, red hair. I couldn't have that either. So the 2 gingers get to stay. Well done, everybody. But moving on, women's team stuff. So the women are on 7 wins in a row with some big results in there, and then had this past weekend a win against London City, and then in Champions League put up 3-0 in the first leg against Atletico Madrid. Second leg coming up next Tuesday. So they should advance, where they will play Bayern Munich if they advance, who were automatic qualifiers into the bye round. Then they face Chelsea in the FA Cup 5th round, and then they play Chelsea again in the League Cup final, the Subway League Cup final. Angel, you catching many of the women's games these days?
I watch them when the United app, because I subscribe to that when it offers to show them.
Yeah,
I'll watch them on there, because usually they're playing when the men aren't playing anyways.
Yeah, they get the nice early, like 6 a.m. on Sunday almost every time, which
Yeah.
ESPN carries most of those. I don't think they're carrying the FA Cup this weekend, which is crazy because they're playing Chelsea, who are perennially one of the best women's sides.
Best teams.
Which is disappointing. But
I don't keep up with
are you
their.
liking what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't keep up with like the women's transfer cycles and stuff. I know there was like a couple years back where United had like this dream team and they did pretty good, but still kind of lost in the end. And I know I forgot their names. There's like 1 or 2 now that are considered to be like really, really good talents.
Jess Parker, she scored this goal this weekend against London City. She's a baller. She came from City, was surplus to requirements there, and she's phenomenal. She's like 5'1", 5'2", tiny, like a little Messi, and just dices through defenses. Like, she is so fun to watch. And the goal she scored against London City was of the highest quality. And then Millie Turner, also really good. She got the winner against London City, but they've got, they've had to kind of retool. They've lost some of their better players over the last few years. They've got Fallon Joyce in goal, who's an American. She's fantastic. Almost thought she was going to go off injured this past weekend, which would have been bad because she had injury problem early in the season and the team struggled when she was gone. But Tim, you follow the U.S. Women's National Team. Is Fallon Joyce, is she one of the starting goalkeepers? Is she a regular starter, or is she?
They've been like rotating a bit. I think trying to find out who to. Yeah. I think she's the favorite, but I'm trying to think. We'll probably figure it out the next women's cycle because I think it's actually a tournament, if I remember right.
Okay.
But no, she's really good. She played well when I watched her play last for the US. So I'm excited that she's playing for United.
Allan with the crucial way in here via text. The guy should have cut his hair after the women won 5 in a row, which they did do. I don't know which game it was. Maybe it was the 5th game or the 6th game, but they did celebrate by fake cutting their hair, which was hilarious. But the women are currently second in the league on 34 points, 8 off City, who are in first. So probably not catching them. Only I don't know, 6, 7, 8 games left. We're getting close to the end of the season for them. but they are 5 above Arsenal, who are in 4th, and that's the crucial cutoff point for Champions League. So women are in all competitions still at this point in the season, which is great. The men are only in 1 and not even really in it, just hoping not to drown in it. So shout out to the women for keeping the flag flying high. Allan said, yeah, he never specified which team that had to win 5, just United. So you're right, that guy's sexist, which even more reason to just dislike that guy. Angel, you a big fan of that guy? I know you were a big Fellaini fan because of the hair. So
United Strand.
Yeah.
Good for him. I kind of like the idea.
You wish you thought of it?
No, I've got curly hair like him, so I'm seeing in live TV how horrible I would look if I let my hair grow out.
I remember you wearing the Fellaini wig to skinnies every once in a while, and that was a good look for you. So
I did. I had the Fellaini kit. I found the hair a while back when I was cleaning out the garage, and my wife was like, "What is this for?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it. Okay, it's a whole thing. It's complicated, tough history."
She liked it. Is what you're saying. She said, "Put it on." Got it.
Yeah.
Say less. Say less.
Come to bed one night dressed like that.
We'll leave that right there. But the men resume things on Monday away to Everton. So another midweek game or weekday game. We lost our previous fixture against Everton this season, which was one of the low points of the season. Up a man for 80 plus minutes, had 23 to 2 shots, all the possession, and still conceded while we were up a man. If Grimsby didn't do it and that didn't do it, I cannot believe that Amram kept his job after that. But it wasn't too much longer that he was let go. So, but Everton are solid. They've quietly climbed to 8th. They lost their last game, and Jack Grealish is out for the season. But they've got some decent results lately, beating Fulham, drawing with Brighton, beating Villa. So I don't know, Tim. What are you thinking? You think we're going to get all the points against Everton at Goodison, or not Goodison, whatever they call it now, their new stadium?
Yeah, it's real quick. I got to drop.
Oh, Angel's got to go.
I got some kid drama. It was really nice with this podcast. I loved all of Allan's input. I think this is the best version of Allan. Super good.
This will be our best episode yet. It'll go viral. Allan, this is buffering the whole time.
Just like the least opinionated Allan's ever been. It's really nice, consistent.
Thanks for jumping on, Angel. We'll get you back and hopefully have a proper podcast sometime. Later.
Yeah, later.
Allan said Angel's now an Arsenal supporter, so that's why he had to go. He turned his back on us. But yeah, Tim, you feeling like we're gonna get all the points? We're gonna get back to winning ways?
Yeah, I think so. I got a couple weeks off to hone in whatever we're working on. So I feel like we'll come out strong and learn from what we failed against West Ham, hopefully, and through maybe Luke Shaw and Delo won't be as lackadaisical.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll cream them like 3-0 or something.
Allan says 2-0 United win, which I would take that.
All right.
Oh yeah, I would take that. This will be a lot like the Everton or the West Ham game for me in terms of going away to a place with a tougher environment, and Everton are a better side than West Ham for sure, but I wouldn't say they're much better, honestly. Mason Mount should be back in the fold. DeLitt probably not back yet. I guess it sounds like he might be out for another. I guess
if Mount's back, I think that'll help a lot because I think that'll help the sub scenario. I felt like last game we were kind of like struggling to sub on someone with a huge amount of like midfield impact.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But that just means one less spot for Shea Lacey to get on the bench.
Sure.
So, take your pick there.
Yeah.
I like Allan's 2-0 pick. I think we'll probably concede, but yeah, I'll take 3-1 United. How about that? 2-goal win, but we'll probably
all right.
Like you said, we've had some time off to figure things out. I saw that Lenny Yoro and Aiden Heaven are training by themselves in Dubai, which is kind of funny. Like they just took a bros trip to Dubai and are doing some working out. I think this would have been the time period they were rumored to be playing a fixture in Saudi Arabia, which I guess never came to fruition. But United being out of competitions, we're supposedly going to go and cash in on a friendly in Saudi. Looks like that's not happening. Maybe Michael Carrick put his foot down and said, we don't want to lose any more guys to injury, or we don't want to go to Saudi because it's Saudi. But no, I like our chances against Everton. If we were dominating that game and just couldn't get it done with Emmer in charge, and surely Michael Carrick and Carrick Ball will be able to get it done. Now, let's go and get the points, and then after that we're back at home to Palace, Newcastle away, Villa at home, and Bournemouth away. Only 4 games in March again. I like our chances in those games too. Newcastle away is always tough. Villa will be tough, but I mean, if we're beating City and Arsenal, I think we can get up for those games as well.
I think it's sad as it is, when we're playing a better opponent, we're playing better because we can actually play to like Mbumo and strengths of basically counterattacking with the ball.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The game opens up a bit more. We counter. Teams aren't just sitting in on us, so I completely agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like that it's hilarious that we're doing the thing that Amram wanted to do the most, which is get the ball away and do a quick counter and score. And I feel like that never happened while he was coaching.
It would have happened. You just needed another transfer window, right?
Another three transfer windows.
Needed to sell Mainu for $30 million, and then
another $500 million.
Yeah. I'll never know. I wonder what Amram's doing right now. He's probably. I think you said he's just counting his money. He doesn't care. I think you said that at Skinny's, but I bet he's mad. I bet he's a little envious of what Michael Carrick's doing, but that's okay. We don't care. We've forgotten all about him. I don't think about him at all. But I think that's probably a good place to wind it down. Allan, if you want to weigh in any parting thoughts before we hang up, I'll let you text in. But yeah, next game is Monday the 23rd at 2 p.m. The game will be live on USA Network, but we'll also be at Skinny Slim's break time like we always are, where the internet is fast, the TVs are plentiful, and the sugar-free long drinks are cold. Right, Tim?
That's right.
Yeah, what a promo. Allan said thanks, or so this was so much fun. Great pod, guys. Thanks for joining, Tim. You didn't thank Angel. Bad blood there. But yeah, Angel, Allan, wherever you might be. And he says Angel's dead to him, which he's dead to me too now. But Allan, I don't know what happened to you today, bud. Maybe you're dead to me too. You ghosted us. But Tim, appreciate you jumping on, man.
All right.
As always, thanks everyone for listening. Until next time, come on, you Reds. And Allan would say, "Up the Reds."
Let's go Reds.
It's Carrick, you know.